Hi friends, once again I Sunil Gupta welcome you at the platform of IS Setu. Welcome to the DGMP program in Polity and Governance and एक बार फिर तुम्हारे साथ में हम कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं विद सर्टेन क्वेश्चंस टेकन फ्रॉम द कोर एरिया ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन. If you are writing the main examination of civil services, it is very important for you to understand how to write the answer in appropriate order. तो यहाँ पर डिस्कशन इस बात के लिए नहीं है कि क्या कंटेंट है, सिर्फ यही डिस्कशन नहीं है, बट आवर डिस्कशन इज बेस्ड अपॉन द सर्टेन मॉडलिटीज, सर्टेन the pattern you have to follow while writing with answer with competitiveness, right ना. तो कैसे करोगे, तो let us automatically go for the discussion. We discussed earlier also, but in the series of the discussion we are going to continue the question here. तो let us go for the this question. आज के डे का क्वेश्चन इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 इज देयर. which historical factors that shaped vision of Indian Constitution? That's important. This is the question. So what is the crux point? What are the historical factors? ये है नहीं, that shaped vision of the Indian Constitution. So that is very important fact here. कि Indian Constitution is there. This is Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution is based upon the certain vision. Some visions are mentioned in this part of the Indian Constitution, right ना. एक visionary document है, इसमें vision है, and this vision is also influenced by the history, right. तो history से कहीं ना कहीं पे इनका influence है. तो how historical factors has to create the vision of Indian Constitution? Indian Constitution has the vision that are nothing but the some influence of the history. तो some influence would have been before 1947. देखो जब बन रहा था उसके पहले का ही देखेंगे. उसके पहले में जो कुछ भी फैक्टर्स था that has influenced constitutional makers, influenced the constituent assembly, कि while you are framing the constitution of India and you are shaping this particular vision, तो आपको ये विजन रखना पड़ेगा. दिस वॉज अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट्स. वी हैव टू प्रूफ दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया, राइट ना. तो बच्चे अब देखो यहाँ पर व्हाट इज द लोकस. लोकस इज व्हाट मीन्स अपॉन विच पर्टिकुलर एरिया द क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड. दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. द हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट कैसे कैसे हुआ, ये हमारा एक लोकस एरिया, यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं. एंड व्हाट इज द कंटेंट, व्हाट इज द फोकस. The focus is what? The factors responsible to create the vision. तो देखो दोनों को एक साथ लेके चलना पड़ेगा. फैक्टर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल एंड द विजन, दोनों को एक साथ लेके चलेंगे हम लोग. सिर्फ विजन को लिख दिया, व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स, हाउ द फैक्टर्स आर गोइंग टू इन्फ्लुएंस, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्कस, स्टिल दिस इज इनकम्प्लीट आंसर. And if you are writing only the historical factor, not to just create the vision, again automatically incomplete. इसमें दो aspects हैं, historical factors and another important vision of the constitution. अब दोनों को क्लब करना, यही तुम्हारी कॉम्पिटिटिव वैल्यूज है. इसको समझ गए, यू आर गेटिंग एट लीस्ट ऑफ द 90% मार्क्स इन दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, राइट. तो चलो बच्चे अब आते हैं, देखो यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे. तो अपना तो क्लियर है, लोकस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. फोकस इज व्हाट, हिस्टोरिकल फैक्टर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर विच वन, एनहांसिंग द विजन ऑफ द स्टेट. ये दोनों को एक साथ लेके चलें, हिस्टोरिकल फैक्टर, अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेट विद द विजन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. दोनों को एक साथ हम लोग लेके चलिए, राइट. यू कैन नॉट सेग्रीगेट इट, यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट इट, राइट. No doubt we have to make the structure under the three important area. Introduction, where we have to devote 10% of the marks, conclusion 10% of the marks, main body 80% of the marks, and 80% of the marks will have the demand of the question, and demand will have the two aspect, one historical, another the vision. Done. मेरे समझ से तुम लोग का फ्रेमवर्क बिल्कुल क्लियर है. तो अब आते हैं कंटेंट. What are the core content that are expected from examiner from your side to write the answer appropriately, right. So some of the important contents are there, and these are the contents automatically be mentioned here. what we have mentioned here in the green color, it is a part of the historical factors, and what we mentioned in these brown areas, that is nothing but the visionary orientation of the our constitution, right ना, that is the fact here. तो देखो कहाँ कहाँ से ये क्वेश्चंस कहाँ कहाँ से फैक्टर्स है. लेट अस कम ऑन द कंटेंट ऑफ द explicit answers. So here is the first important factor that influence, that is called the ideologies of freedom movement. Freedom movement, our freedom movement starts from the 1857 and continues up to 1947. तो यार ये जो फ्रीडम मूवमेंट का पूरा जो फेज रहा, इसमें डिफरेंट आइडियोलॉजीज हैव टू कम हियर, एंड द मेजोरिटी आइडियोलॉजी दैट हैज़ टू कम फ्रॉम द एम.एन. रॉय, द कम्युनिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी, Tilak, rightist ideologies were there, centralist ideology in the Congress party. Most of the time the Congress party ideology was going to dominate, centralist policies are going to dominate, centralist philosophies are going to dominate, right. उसी बीच में एक फिलोसफी जो निकला जिस पे भी कोर फिलोसफी ऑफ द फ्रीडम मूवमेंट हम लोग मानते हैं, डेट इज कॉल्ड द गांधीज़म. तो गांधीज़म पर बेस्ड होकर के बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशन एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेड फाउंडेशन ऑफ द विजन, सर्टेन विजन. विजन वाज रिफ्लेक्टेड इन द वेरियस सेशंस ऑफ द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. उसमें से एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रिपोर्ट आया था, नेहरू रिपोर्ट. वी हैव जस्ट गो फॉर द लाहौर डिक्लेरेशन, राइट. तो मेनी थिंग्स केम इन टू बीइंग, एंड अंडर दिस सम ऑटोमेटिकली द रिफ्लेक्शन केम इन टू बीइंग इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. तो आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ फ्रीडम मूवमेंट हैज़ गिवन द स्पेस फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. Today we have incorporated 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, 74th Constitutional Amendment Act and 97th Constitutional Amendment Act related to cooperative society, related to municipality, related to the Panchayati Raj institutions, and we have extended Article 243. So 243 article extended A, B, C, D up to Z, T. We have extended it. It is nothing but a part of democratic decentralization. The philosophy that earlier mentioned under article 40 only, ki we have to effort for the empowerment of the gram panchayat only, but we expanded it. It means it has become a part of the vision of our constitution, और इसी विजन को लेकर के चले, और 1992 में हमने किया 73rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट एंड 94 एंड 74th कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट here, right. Now second important area is called the welfare state. Welfare state has to conceptualize people's empowerment, empowerment of all population. No population should be resourceless, all the populations should have the value of resource, so that it has to empower the nation. This is called the welfare state. Welfare state particularly has to believe in the unprivileged section of society must be uplifted, because unprivileged section of society, they are not going to use their own resource in very optimum manner. तो हम लोग का एक फिलोसफी रहा कि हम unprivileged section of society को ऊपर उठाएंगे. We have incorporated the provision for the scheduled caste, we have incorporated provision for the scheduled tribes, some of the provision of the women and the child we have mentioned in the Constitution of India, but later on it has become a part of the our vision. Later we incorporated OBC. So we have made 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and we have incorporated National Commission for Backward Class under Article 338B, and then we have incorporated the position of the economic weaker section. We have made the amendment by the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, right. तो देखो एक विजन बन गया, और ये सब आया कहाँ से, डेट इज फ्रॉम द फ्रीडम मूवमेंट. थर्ड इम्पॉर्टेंट सेकुलरिज्म, because Gandhism and the most of the philosophies are concentrated upon the Sarva Dharma Sambhava, and so we accepted the approach of the secularism. Although two nation theory came into being in between, and उसके बाद फिर हमारा उनसे कोई मतलब रहा नहीं. We concentrated only upon the basic value of the secularism and reflected under the fundamental right from the article 25 to 30, right. Accountability, they wanted to make the organization accountable. So we are going to work for the financial accountability, administrative accountability. Financial accountability CAG is concerned, अगर तुमने देखा उसको empower करना, independence देना, and everything automatically we incorporated that is related to the various aspects of accountability is nothing but has to come from the freedom movement, right. तो पहला तो हिस्टोरिकल फैक्टर था फ्रीडम मूवमेंट, जिसने इतने सारे फिलोसॉफिकल विजन को जन्म दिया, राइट। सेकेंड इज इंडियन काउंसिल एट 1861 was very important, this is the landmark because it has to create legislature and the legislative structure. और legislative structure जो हमने बनाया, empowerment किया, this is nothing but continuity of this particular efforts. So this has to come here in the 1892 we have just make more empowerment to the legislature, and then provincial legislature also came into being. Government of India Act 1990 have introduced डायरकी सिस्टम, लेकिन इसी डायरकी सिस्टम ने एक नया चीज़ को जन्म दिया, व्हाट इज कॉल्ड द पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी. It has become a part of our constitution that reflects its own automatically area under article 75 clause 3 की collective responsibility to the house of the people, and later on automatically all the feature of the parliamentary democracy continues in our constitutional setup, right. Next, Government of India Act 1935 a very landmark historical development in which we accepted automatically full-fledged federalism. So center state philosophy came into being. Next, integrated judicial system, Supreme Court, High Court and the subordinate court has become a part of the unified court at that particular time. We borrowed it and then we just maintained such kind of a structure in the judiciary under the constitutional setup, right. Some historical achievements we have seen that is going to happen outside India. तो कुछ कुछ ऐसे हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट हुए आउटसाइड इंडिया में जो काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल रहे. हमने उन सब डेवलपमेंट को भी हमने इनकॉर्पोरेट किया इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. That has to create the vision for that one. Just like for example, we incorporated fundamental right from which particular the USA, right. We incorporated independence of judiciary from which particular USA, judiciary review from the USA, right. We have just maintained here moral value of the state and the directive principle of state policy from the Ireland. Concurrent list philosophy we have taken from the Australia, and emergency regulations by the constitution ये जर्मनी के थ्रू था, and certain fundamental rights must be suspended, that is also a part of the Germany, and doctrine of procedure established by law we have taken from the Japan. तो बहुत सारे जब एक्सपेरिमेंट किए आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड में, तो मेनी सक्सेसफुल फिलोसफी और सक्सेसफुल अचीवमेंट और सक्सेसफुल मैकेनिज्म्स we incorporated in the constitution of India that has become a part of the vision of the governance. So based upon this particular we have to say कि 4 important factors, historical factors is leading towards the vision of the constitution. तो देखो ये दोनों को एक लिटरेचर के साथ में लिंक कर करके हमें आगे बढ़ना है, राइट. This factor would have been taken place and so effect. This is the cause, this is effect, this is the cause, this is effect. Cause effect relationship must be maintained at each and every para. ऐसे ही हम लोग फिनिश कर देंगे and then the main body para will get finished, right ना. Now next important is there, that is what is the conclusion. Conclusion means what? Historical factor has created vision. सही मायने में there is no challenge before the historical factor. No, challenges will be there now because this is a part of history, and history now this time history, earlier history before the 1947, now this time the 2020 2022. तो ये एक गैप तो है यहाँ पे, and gap has created what? The gap has created some new approach of the change. So new change has to create the some challenges in the philosophy, and so under the conclusion you have to mention here कि no doubt history that is okay, we accepted it, but later on it has created the challenges. This is called historical challenge also, जिसको हम लोग colonial challenge भी कहते हैं. Just like cooperative federalism, because we accepted a strong center from the Canada, now this time it has created challenges before the area of the cooperative and the collaborative federalism. अब हमारे सामने एक एरिया है कि दोनों को मिल के काम करना चाहिए, but still union is going to dominate upon the system. Article 356 has to come under the challenge, right. Coalition politics, you have seen automatically in the Maharashtra coalition politics. Coalition politics we accepted it, but earlier it is a part of the parliamentary democracy. It is negative aspect of the parliamentary democracy, but parliamentary democracy we accepted from history Now this time the political change has created the challenges, and the colonial legacy like the All India Services now this time also has become a part of the debate whether should it be promoted or not to be promoted here, because many times union government has to dominate upon a state administratively by means of the All India Services. तो यहाँ पर एक यहाँ पर डिबेट भी है कि कैसे करना है इसको. तो दिस इज द चैलेंजेस. तो कह सकते हो कि एवरी हिस्ट्री कैनट क्रिएट पॉजिटिव विजन फॉर एवर. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता, कुछ चेंज होते हैं बीच में, तो इनको हमें अडाप्ट करना पड़ता है. सो देयर इज़ नीड ऑफ व्हाट, सस्टेनेबल रिफॉर्म्स फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम. तभी तो हिस्ट्री से आया हुआ चीज़ को अगर हम छोड़ देंगे उसी के भरोसे, काम नहीं करेगा. वी हैव टू रिवाइज इट फ्रॉम द टाइम टू टाइम इन द कंटेम्प्रेरी सिचुएशन, एंड देन वी हैव टू मेंटेन द विजन. तो हिस्टोरिकल ग्लोरिफिकेशन मस्ट बी मेंटेन्ड under the contemporary changes, you know. So these are the facts, this is the crux and the conclusion. तो आज इसी को डिस्कशन किया. रेस्ट ऑफ डिस्कशन we will continue in the program, and keep in touch. If you feel any kind of the doubt, then you have to write in the comment box, and then I will give you the reply as soon as possible. So thank you for watching it. All the best. Thank you very much to you all there.